What's going on, Squirrel Squad? Today is April 2nd, 2022, and today we commemorate the 40th anniversary of the invasion of the Falkland Islands. In doing so, I figured I'd learn a little bit about it. It was Argentina, I believe, who invaded them, and interested to learn. That's one of the biggest things I love doing over here is learning. So let's learn about the Falklands War, 1982. Quick little piece, in and out, Saturday. How you doing? It's good to see you. Squirrely buddy loves you. Hi. Here we go. Let's learn about the Falklands. You guys, most of you probably know about it. I honestly don't. But I know a lot of people talked about it last year, and I didn't get around to it. So I figured this year I'd get around to it.
The Falklands War. 2nd of April to 14th of June, 1982.
Wasn't a very long war.
On the 2nd of April 1982, forces from Argentina invaded the British overseas territory of the Falklands Islands. The first invasion of British territory since World War II. The small British garrison of 80 Royal Marines there surrendered. Argentina claimed sovereignty over the islands, and its military believed that Britain would not try to regain the islands by force. Leopoldo Galtieri's regime hoped to win back its dwindling popularity by creating patriotism and divert public attention from Argentina's economic problems. The Argentinians were within only 480 kilometers or 300 miles of the islands. Britain, meanwhile, was 12,000 kilometers or 7,440 miles away. British Prime Minister Margaret Thatcher, accused of neglecting the islands, assembled a task force to recover them. It would consist of 6,000 troops and 30 warships plus auxiliary vessels. A small team consisting of Royal Marines, SAS and SBS recaptured the South Georgia Island on the 25th of April. The main British task force would reach the Falklands Islands in early May. An exclusion zone was set up around the Falklands Islands where any enemy Argentinian ships or planes would be attacked if they fell within it. On the 2nd of May, the Royal Navy submarine HMS Conqueror sank the obsolete Argentinian cruiser General Belgrano.
It's the way to do it. You just set up a circle and you're like, all right, listen, I'm not messing around here. You see the circle? Step inside, I kick your ass. It's that easy.
Killing 300 of her crew. After this, most of the Argentinian ships were kept in port for the rest of the conflict, and it would now only contribute its naval air force. The event was controversial because it happened outside of the exclusion zone. The Argentinian Air Force, however, was still a threat to the British Royal Navy. While most of the Argentinian aircraft were outdated, the Argentinian Navy had a handful of deadly French-made super-intended attack aircraft armed with Exocet anti-ship missiles. British ships were vulnerable to attack, as not all of them had anti-aircraft systems or effective weapons for shooting down incoming enemy missiles. Air cover was also provided via short-range Sea Harrier jump jets, which could engage the enemy aircraft effectively. On the 4th of May, the Argentinians sank HMS Sheffield with Exocet missiles from their super-intendeds, killing 20 on board. An amphibious landing on the islands by the British began on the 14th of May. The SAS carried out a raid on Pebble Island, destroying several enemy attack aircraft on the airstrip. On the 21st of May, the British 3 Commando Brigade, numbering 4,000 men, landed ashore at Port San Carlos and Ajax Bay on East Falkland Island. They would be vulnerable to night bombing and the adverse weather conditions. Brigadier Julian Thompson, commanding 3 Commando, planned to capture the settlements of Darwin and Goose Green before marching towards Port Stanley.
When I saw this in the beginning and it was 2 months long, I figured, this is going to be like they invaded, went over there, everybody showed up and was like, all right, come on, knock it off. Okay, we'll go home. But this is, it's, it's less than 2 months, but still, one life lost is one too many. And, we've lost hundreds already here. Let's see how far we go.
From the 27th until the 28th of May, British 2-Power fought at Goose Green and Darwin against dug-in Argentinian troops of the 12th Infantry Regiment, who were mainly conscripts, but well equipped with artillery and machine guns. Wow. After fierce fighting that lasted all night and the next day, the British took both objectives, with 900 Argentinian prisoners captured. The SAS would also soon take Mount Kent, a strategic high position overlooking Port Stanley, where Argentinian troops were concentrated. British forces were now moving towards Stanley, under fire from Argentinian attacks from the air, The attacks from the air on British naval forces continued, and RFA Sir Galahad and Sir Tristram were both badly hit on the 8th of June, setting the ships alight and killing 56 and wounding many others with burns. By the night of the 11th of June, the British forces launched an attack against the heavily defended ring of high ground around Stanley, and then later captured Mount Tumbledown. With the last defence breached, and with the Argentinian garrison cut off from the port, General Mario Menendez surrendered to Major General Jeremy Moore on the 14th of June 1982. The British forces were highly trained professionals and well led. 255 British were killed, and 775 were wounded in the Falklands War. The Argentinian forces, meanwhile, were mainly ill-trained, poorly motivated conscripts. However, they had air superiority. Around 11,400 Argentinian prisoners were captured during the war. 649 were killed, and 1,657 wounded.
Wow. So what happens to the 11,400 or whatever it was that were captured? You know, I mean, do you drop them off on shore and be like, you stay here now, just go back home? You know, where are they now? Where are they now? You know, I don't know what happens to that. It's something I wonder. Anyhow, interesting that Argentina seemed to do this more for an image thing. You know, it was like, hey, we need to show who we are. And they were like, yeah, we bad, you know. The 80 soldiers protecting the entire country of the Falklands Islands was like, yeah, we're good, we're good, thanks, you know. Since it's part of the crown, you know, Great Britain responded and said, right, well, it's not really that good. We just said it's not just good to, you know, we're going to send some people down there and we're going to make it good. Good on you guys, good job, you know. I think Argentina should be happy that it stayed on the Falklands Islands and didn't spill over into their country. Now I know what the Falklands War is about. 40 years now. We remember back to the lives lost and to the war of silliness. I say that because it doesn't seem like it needed to really happen. And I don't think any war needs to really happen, but this seemed to be really silly. I don't know. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I was glad I got to learn a little bit. Thanks for learning along with me, or at least watching me learn. I appreciate it. You guys be good, all right? I'll talk to you soon. Squirrel out.